I grew up in England, as anyone knows that did the same. You don't always have enough natural light if you have a tiny window. So I learned not to rely on the natural light, and that's why I got into lighting, and I wanted to really set myself apart from other photographers. And at the time everyone was buying a Canon 5D Mark II with a 1.2 lens, and you're just getting that Tumblr look, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to set myself apart. I think I'm really into economics, and I've treated my photography as a business as well as an art form, and I believe in the craft and the business coming together to, that's why I thought, okay, how am I going to set myself apart? I got into lighting, and I've made it my sort of career goal. Yeah, I've become kind of obsessed with studio lighting, and I wanted to get to that point where I knew enough about studio lighting that I could set something up and then focus on the subjects themselves. My portrait work on explorers, adventurers, scientists. I'm working with geologists and an organization called the Explorers Club. It's just an example of the kind of work I try to focus on. And actually this set we're setting up is a light test in my studio, and we're going to Times Square, the Marriott in Times Square, to photograph a bunch of explorers at the Explorers Club annual dinner for 2018. And it's going to be really, really interesting. 1, 2, 3. That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Wait, because it looks like I'm going to punch someone. Yeah, perfect. That's great.
So kind of like this?
No, down was good. Down was good. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to pretend to be directing you. Okay.
All right, go for it.
Yeah. If you look that way, good. Bring your chin over. Perfect. Yeah, that's great. Great. Good. Good. Perfect. Good job. When I was learning to be a photographer, I always got this idea that experienced photographers were telling me, right, you need to get to the level where we could drop you on an airplane in the middle of nowhere with just a camera, and you're going to take the most amazing photographs in the world. And I didn't actually think that was really true. I think it's true for some wedding photographers, and there's amazing photographers out there, but I believe in preparation and really thinking about what I'm going to shoot, which is why I would go into something like doing an intricate light test where I actually use myself as the test subject, because I am going to be at every shoot that I'm doing, so I know what I look like, and I can I'm used to how my face looks, so I can see what the light is doing. That's why I use myself as the constant light test subject. I think we have so many photographers, so many Instagram photographers, so many people just snapping images everywhere. I wanted to stand out from the crowd and really do high production imagery that looks beautiful, and I can see in 10 years and go, oh wow, that was an amazing job. Of course, it's a lot of work, but I think ultimately it's worth it. It's kind of a trap to start shooting just for Instagram or Facebook or any social network when, the narrative of your work still has to be true to you. And I think when you shoot, remind yourself every now and again that you don't need to shoot for Instagram. You can shoot this for yourself. You can shoot this for a print on the wall. I think some of the most beautiful images are shot to be printed in large format. And we're now all shooting for that little screen on Instagram. And we've lost, I think, a part of the photography industry if we're focusing too much on social media. I try to stay true to myself. I sometimes still shoot film. I had a project I shot in Iceland recently that was me and a friend just being bewildered by, the bewildering landscape of Iceland. And we shot it very casually on film in black sand beaches with icebergs on them and glacial lagoons and moss fields. And it actually turned into an exhibition that I did with Lululemon. So I think, anytime you direct some energy towards something, it is worth something even if you can't see the immediate outcome. I think going at a career with a little bit of a knuckleheaded approach isn't the worst thing in the world, and youth works so well with knuckleheadedness. I was there, but what I mean by knuckleheadedness is don't just conform to what everybody else is doing or go, right, oh, we need to do this because it will work well on Instagram. I think it's very hard to have that conversation with yourself about what is it I actually like, and the easy hack for figuring out what it is that you actually like and finding your style is just make every decision from this place here. And the way to do that is to make it quick, because the decision you make quickly is going to be the one that comes from in here. So whether you're going to shoot something red or pink, I always think of Miranda Priestley or Also Anna Wintour in the September issue, when she's going through a rack of clothes and she's like, that one, yes, no, no, yes, no. It's years of experience, but she also knows what she likes, and I think she's doing that from a visceral place, not this kind of overthought place. And when you overthink something, I think you lose a little bit of yourself. If you think too much about what your social media metrics are going to be, I think just that's not what photography is about. Follow a little bit of a story that's true to you.